I'd like to start this video off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Should you choose to invest in Bitcoin or any other asset, do your own research or seek the advice of an actual financial advisor. Now, my last video was during this pump right here, and as you can see, we've made our way up and attacked the $10,000 mark. Not once, but twice now. There's clearly some bullish momentum behind this, and this could be in part due to the fact that Simpsons had mentioned cryptocurrency on their most recent episode, from what I'm hearing about. And that a lot of fucking people watch The Simpsons, so yeah, that's basically why this is pumping. Probably that's a good guess as to why this would be pumping right now. Also, like I said in my last video, we have been in a descending broadening wedge, which is a bullish pattern, and this was likely bound to happen anyways. But the fact that this just happened with The Simpsons, this heightens the chance of a bullish breakout of this descending falling wedge. So I wanted to jump on here. You can see Bitcoin is trying to take out this 10,000 area, and it's likely going to succeed. And so the next resistance after that would of course be the top of the descending broadening wedge here, roughly at well, it depends on when it hits it, because it is a sloping trend line. So if it hits it here, probably 10,140. If it hits here, just below 10,120. But either way, I could see us breaking above 10,000 and possibly breaking out of this descending falling wedge, or descending broadening wedge here soon. If you want to see more of my technical analysis on this particular pattern, you could jump on over to the last video that I posted. I went a little bit more in depth about where I think Bitcoin is going in the short term, and about why this correction is not really much different than others. I mean, this correction was a bit steeper than the rest that we've had earlier, but the initial rise that we had, the surge from 6,000 to 10,000, was in fact a rising wedge, which was a bearish pattern, so we were likely to see a breakdown out of it anyways, which would result in a steeper correction, but the overall trend is still bullish. So yeah, if you want further details, like I said, just watch my last video. I don't have a lot of time, so this is basically why I jumped on here today, is to tell you why this was pumping, in case you haven't seen anybody else's YouTube videos yet, or in case you haven't seen the Simpsons episode yet. It's likely to be the reason why this is pumping right now, and the reason why Bitcoin is trying to take out $10,000 right now. So with that, you know what, I'm going to check to see if there's any other news, but hold on. Okay, we're on Google here, and actually the first thing that came up was the Simpsons episode. Let's look at the rest of these articles, just get an idea what the market sentiment is like. Well, first off, we have, here's why interest rates on cryptocurrencies could be a game changer. That's a bit of a bullish article. Binance CEO makes rare price prediction. Says this is when to buy Bitcoin. Whatever. Drug dealer loses $60 million in Bitcoin when landlord unwittingly tosses codes. Oh yeah. So this guy kept his Bitcoin code, his keys to his Bitcoin wallets in his fishing rod's case, and then he went to jail, I guess. And so the landlord of that property threw his shit out, which included this fishing rod's case with the codes in it, and sent it all to the dump. That sucks. But yeah, wow. So likely, so this is another $60 million in Bitcoin that's likely going to be piled up with the rest of the lost Bitcoin. So that sets a bit of a, well, that doesn't really mean anything, I guess. It's just, there's $60 million more lost in Bitcoin. Less supply. There we go. Irish drug, that's the same thing. Okay, what else we got? We got these three factors show Bitcoin is still bullish despite correction from 10.5. That's a bullish article. Tales from the crypto, 56 million Bitcoin. Oh, that's the fishing rod story again. Bitcoin and major altcoins consolidate after massive sell-off. New German crypto regulation poised to attract institutional investors. Market update. Bitcoin having hype, Golden Cross, and GBTC's 41% premium. Bitcoin just tapped 10,000. Is the market recovery just getting started? A weed dealer's... Okay, that's a $60 million article again. BTC crash, fraud, and anti-hodling. Bad crypto news of the week. Okay, that's one bad article out of all the good articles. So, Bitcoin's flash crash was a healthy pullback that could catalyze major momentum. Peter Schiff says Bitcoin will hit 3,000. Okay, right here, we should take this as a bullish sign, because every time he says Bitcoin is going down, it usually goes up, like almost immediately after. I mean, there's a whole story behind that. I'm sure you can Google that and find more information about that. But every one of his predictions for Bitcoin's price to go south, Bitcoin went north. So I mean, you could have counter traded his predictions from the start of Bitcoin's rise, and you could you could have just bought like $500 worth of Bitcoin when Bitcoin first stopped and came out and became a millionaire. But if you would have gotten in late, you could have counter traded his downside calls, and you could have still gotten yourself pretty fucking wealthy. So I consider that a bullish article. A Fed governor and watchdog base made a serious Bitcoin and crypto warning. Yeah, that's explaining that cryptocurrency is on the rise, and they need to get on the fucking move with their own intentions as far as currency goes, I guess. I didn't really read too far into that article. Litecoin, is this the end of it? Okay, Litecoin signal bearish reversal despite soaring fast. Oh, look, I got an alarm going off during the middle of my video here. Anyways, long story short, basically what I'm seeing here is there is a lot of bullish sentiment in the market, according to just looking at these news articles. And of course, with the pump earlier today, I mean, granted, there will be a futures gap below us if we close the daily candle where we're at, but it only has to wick down so far and close that gap, so it's not necessarily bearish. And yeah, with that, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you all next time.